Hi guys, this is a quick one really. The last few videos really have been quite selfish videos, so it's about time I put a video out there that'll be of some interest to some of my subscribers out there. Well, this video basically I'm going to be going over pigments. Now I am no expert on them, and there's some people out there that do amazing thing with pigments, so I can refer you to YouTube channels like Scale Model Medic, and I think it's Black Sun Studios. Forgive me if I said that wrong. I'll try and put a link down in the comments below. But anyway, I started dabbling in them. Now I've done some research, and the research that I've actually done is that there is pigments out there. In America, I believe there's one, is it called rocket pigments or something? Forgive me, you know, it's just gone. I had it off. I had it, but it's gone off the top of my head. There, I was given a link from someone else saying that they're, you know, really cheap but good, but they're hard to come by in the UK. And then you got MIG pigments, and then you got Vallejo. Now MIG pigments are absolutely amazing. From all the research I've done, I've not used them, but they're very, very good quality products. But from all the research that I've done, there's no real difference between the MIG pigments and the Vallejo pigments. So if that's the case and there's no real difference in quality, my personal opinion would be to get the Vallejo ones, not because it's a better make or a brand, simply because you get 10 more grams of pigment per pot, and they're about £1.50 cheaper per pot. So in this case, from, like I say, I'm no expert, from all the research I've done online, you're not going to take a dip in quality between the MIG and Vallejo, but you're going to get more product for less money. But again, don't quote me on it. If someone knows any different, if they've got the MIG pigments and the Vallejo and they can tell a drastic difference between the two, put the comments below. Like I say, I'm not an expert. I'm only going on the information that I've garnered from the internet there. Anyway, ramble aside, anyway, I just wanted to go over those. The £11, just over £11, I bought that set of 4 from Maelstrom, and I can't remember what I paid for the single pot, but yeah, not too bad considering the quantity of the stuff you get there. As regards to this bad boy on here, he was bought out of a Chucky egg machine, and I started painting, but I never got round to painting them, finishing him. As you can see by the patchy shorts there, he needs painting up pretty badly, but I made a custom base, and we're going to muck about with this base. So yeah, I'm going to cut it here, guys. I'm going to put some pigments in this palette here, some powder, and we're going to be using some isopropanol, which I've got in this little handy dropper bottle type thing here, but you can use water, that's not a problem. So right, let me go and do that. Okay, for this experiment, I'll call it experiment because I'm, like I say, I'm fairly new to this, so we'll see what happens. I'm going with light sienna, light slate grey, and that's dark slate grey, and we're just going to be hitting place on the bases. I'm going to do this super quick. I'm not going to take no sort of real interest in where I put the stuff. I'm just going to slap it down and show you what the result is. It may not be perfect, but this is just to show people out there how easy these pigments are to work with. So I'm going to go and do that now. So just putting a drop of isopropanol in there, and as I say, you can actually use water, but the good thing with isopropanol is because it's basically alcohol, it evaporates really quickly, so it's going to dry quicker. So I'm just chucking it on there. Put a tad more in there. As I say, it'd be good actually for people out there to give me some tips on using it. You've seen I've seen an awesome video recently from Black, again, forgive me if I said this wrong, Black Sun Studios, where he was packing the pigments in. And I intend to actually do that. It's really cool. This is slightly a different technique. I'm not actually packing the pigments in there dry and building them up and then setting them. I'm just literally packing them in nice and flat, so it will leave just like a nice dusty surface. So that's all on there. And I think this is similar to the technique that Les from Awesome Paint Job uses. Obviously he's a little bit more careful there on how he places his stuff on there and whatnot, but yeah. So yep. I'm just going to pack some stuff on there, and this stuff I'm just going to pack into it. There we go. I'm packing it in now. And when this is all done, it should give it a much more realistic finish. Get off his toe there. Some more isopropyl, I think, down there. So I'm sort of like mixing the two techniques, going for the watery technique and then packing it in. I don't know whether I'm getting it in shot there at all, I don't know. Shaky camera, but as you can see, I'm just mixing, matching it. I don't care whether the pigments are mixing in colour on the brush. That's all going to add to the effect, and I'm flicking the stuff everywhere. But to get this effect with paint, you won't be able to just do what I'm doing now, just slapping it around. Now there is a downside to using pigments, and that downside being that you have to seal it. I've been using like a mix of matte varnish, which I've not used here because I wanted to show you the full effect of the pigment. But again, there is good fixers out there on the market, I believe. MIG do a fixer. I don't think Vallejo do a specific fixer for it. But yeah, you're able to pick that up. Right. I think I've just, I've dusted that all down. What I'm going to do, I'm going to wash a tiny bit of that down with the isopropanol. Can you see how manic this is, guys? I'm really just jabbing away at this, like, it goes there, it goes there, it goes there, wash it back. And because it doesn't set, if you get it on the base and you don't want it, you just rub it off, basically. Right. Put a bit more. A bit more light grey, anywhere. Maybe just round on the edges, possibly. A bit there. And I'm just filling now, and I don't need to because it's pretty much all covered. So yeah, I'm going to leave that to dry, and then we're going to come back and we're going to see what we think of the finished result when it's all dried. Okay. Okay, rather than cleaning up the side of the base, I just quickly hit it with some paint very quickly. But anyway, that's the result after about a minute or two of work over a base, and as you can see, it looks pretty much like slate. And again, I wasn't paying any attention to what colour I was putting where and how much or how little. I was just slapping it here. Things go, I'll be able to do the technique that Chung and Les from Awesome Paint Job goes over, which is using the matte varnish in the air gun and spraying it from quite far away, so it will seal it and you'll still get to keep the effect. Failing that, I'm going to try the other technique, which is just using MIG's pigment fixer, which is like a liquid in a jar, and that information I gathered from again Black Art Studios son. Sorry, God, idiot. So yeah, that's it really. I just want to let my subscribers know that there are things out there that are fairly cheap that you can add really cool effects to your bases for a relatively small initial cost. It doesn't help that my stupid lamp is reflecting so much light off this. Let's try and hold it further away from the lamp to try and get a better shot of it. But yeah, that's the thing, and thanks for watching, guys.